Rigveda it is said, Ano Bhadra Kritvo Yantu Vishwataha. Let noble thoughts come to us from all sides. Let us learn that with that which is good from everyone, from all cultures, from all traditions, from all societies, from everyone. And Sanatana Vani is a way to disseminate these ancient spiritual truths that everything is divine, all are divine, to the last person on this planet Earth. What started 5 years ago, and mind you, it started at a very, very sudden, like most of our projects, in a sudden way. I called Suchetan and a few of them were there. I told them you have to start a radio channel in a month's time. You can imagine Atirudra Homa is going on in October, and in November, same date, I asked them to start a radio channel. And within less than a month's period, they got all their software, whatever was required, they got it all together. It started as a very rudimentary version of what it is today. But with great dedication, sincerity, hard work, and devotion, they pulled it off quite well 5 years ago, and they started off the channel and started with small discourses, small teachings and talks. And today it has got so many languages. Many, many people around the world are listening to it every day. You never know what good it can do to whom. Somebody at some weak moment of life just gets to hear a discourse or a message from this radio, may be saved at that moment, which could have been otherwise disastrous for such a person. You may not know because you are on this side of the radio, but I am on this side as well as on the other side. I'm in all, and I know how much benefit it is giving to people around the world, especially youngsters who are listening to these channels. It is a great, great effort, and it's a great blessing to humanity. In times as these, when there are so many distractive, noisy, polluting radio and video channels, here is Sanatana Vani and here is this Premamrita Prakashana. Together, they're taking divine messages of Upanishads, of Vedas, of the Rishis to everyone in their language. Till now, these Upanishads, Vedas were taught in Sanskrit, and even now it's being done that way. We explain that in English or Kannada or some few languages that we talk. But now these great messages are being translated, they are being all broadcasted, webcasted to all parts of the world in Italian, Croatian, and so many other languages that they are doing. All this only goes to say that where there is will, there is way. When all of them got together and none of them knew each other. In fact, the only person who knows everybody over here is me. All of you don't know each other, nor you knew each other even 5 years ago. But I knew who is going to come at what time and going to do what work. And like this, one by one, I have gathered all these people unto myself to bring about this wonderful channel, Sanatana Vani, and also develop the Premamrita Prakashana. They have, for I don't know what is the count of the books and the programs that they must be running into hundreds of them. 100 plus books, and how many radio hours that you have produced. If it's going on for 5 years, then I can imagine it's a lot many hours of work. And they are very, very right. In these pandemic times, almost in the month of March, when I came back from Raipur Hospital, it occurred to me that the world will be plunged into some kind of a sorrow, some kind of anxiety and a kind of depression in the coming times. And I immediately took upon myself the task of spreading positivity to the world, teaching them about the greater truths of Upanishads, Vedas, Vedanta, so that people would listen to these things and they will come out of any fear or anxiety that they might be experiencing. But then if I just speak in one room over here to a few people, it will only benefit a few over here. It won't help others. That's when I called Suchetan and the others and told this has to go to every part of the world, every nook and corner. And they did not lose a moment. Immediately they came forward with all their equipments. Every single day they recorded, they edited, and all the Upanishad classes, everything has been recorded. Already the Master the Mind series, I've heard from so many people that it has benefited them a lot in terms of their sadhana, in terms of the clarity that they needed to have. And all this effort was put by this team to quickly coordinate with global volunteers, edit them. And every day Suchetan would send me messages, video messages, and I have to edit them first. First cut is my editing, then goes to them, and then they further edit it. Every single video has been handcrafted, edited by me, and then by all of these teams. So we all have worked as a team, including me. And every single day they have performed. One team that has worked tirelessly in the last 8 months or so, always they were working that way, but all the more they worked in the last 8 months without a wink of sleep. Many of them have forgone their rest, their sleep, food, because they had to produce things, they had to capture the videos and then immediately go edit them, prepare for the next morning's class, prepare the slides, prepare the videos which are required for the very next morning's class, and they would do it overnight. It is such a good work, so much of hard work. And see, in those times, rishis were teaching it to a few disciples, 10 of them or 8 of them around them. And later on, books were produced by great organizations, Chinmaya Mission, Ramakrishna Mission, who have brought this idea of Vedas, Upanishads, and various types of yogas to common people. But today, the way to communicate is digital media. People are not reading books as much as, of course, our Narsimurti will only read book. I have given him pads. He will not read anything from that. So there are those who love their books. For them, books are being produced. But largely, it has become an audio books or it's some kind of a digital platform people are using. And Tigrit was the one who was always after me. Swami, we have to use internet and spread this message to all parts of the world. When first time, in the 5 years ago in Atirudra Mahayagnim, live webcast was being done, he was so overjoyed. Because he was the one who started House of Blues, which was also kind of webcasting many of their programs on internet, the concerts in US. So he was so overjoyed. He came and told me, I'm so happy. I told you long ago that we should have live darshans, live speeches, live teachings, and you never accepted then. But today I see that the time is right, the need is there, and you are doing it. He was so happy. So I don't want to forget Tigrit, who was one of the earliest members of Prakashna. And he started the Satyasai Uvacha series. And I have to remember his contribution because it is to his credit that in Kodaikanal, for the first time when the discourse was being given, he could foresee, he could visualize what was the value of that discourse, and immediately held some kind of a recorder that he used to carry in his pocket, a very small pocket-sized recorder, and he would hold like this for the morning session and afternoon session for hours in Kodaikanal and record. And I used to wonder, what is he doing? But you know, Tigrit being Tigrit, he can be doing anything. So I dare not ask him. But later I learned that he was recording all the discourses. He was the first member of publications at Sanatana Vani because he recorded everything then with his handheld recorder. And then he immediately got it transcribed and created what we call today's viral internet sensation with those discourses. And that's how this mission got announced to the world, apparently inadvertently by Tigrit, but today it has come this far. To all the global translators also of Prakashna, who are there in so many countries. I think there are 200 plus volunteers who translate this into more than 20 languages. They also are a part of this team. They are not here today. They must be watching it in their own countries. They are also part of this Prakashna and Sanatana Vani team. And these people are doing wonderful work. What we get to see is the operations being done in the hospitals and the children being taught in the schools and fed in the government schools through breakfast program. Or we'll see the people working here in the hall and elsewhere in the ashram. But these are the people who work silently behind the scenes. And every single day they capture every word spoken, every movement, and they are preserving it for posterity. Imagine a day if Sri Rama was building the Lanka bridge and there was somebody who was actually recording the whole sequence, and you can play it today for people to watch how the bridge was built by the monkeys. You can only imagine the joy of the devotees of Sri Rama. Today we are having a conflict whether that bridge was built by Sri Rama or was it a natural thing. But if we had the proof, that is the work these people are doing, preserving these precious moments for posterity. Because 100 years, 200 years down the line, people will understand the value of what is happening today. But then when they want to listen to it, see it, understand it, the only way would be to go back to these video messages, these audio messages, all the books and publications that have been produced by this wonderful team. 8 months, they have worked shoulder to shoulder with me in every aspect of this thing. I haven't given them rest. And I don't regret it too, but then rest is rust to me. Neither I take rest, nor I allow anybody to take rest, because I will rust. And these people have risen to the occasion. I told them 5 years later, this channel will truly find its purpose. And 4 years, they had gone through tremendous training. Many of the wonderful trainers who came and taught them how to record, how to produce programs, how to use softwares. And many of the devotees provided them with the right kind of equipments. All these cameras and other mixers and every other software and computers that has been provided to them by devotees. They are also part of this team indirectly. In these pandemic times when we could not open schools, Satyasai Gurukulam, an online education program which was started, again at the drop of a hat. With hardly any time, I said we have to do this, otherwise our students will stay at home and waste their time, and all the good that we have done with them in the last few years will be wasted, will be drained out in these next 6-7 months of no classes. And immediately our teachers, our volunteers, and all the people from this team, they rose to the occasion, recorded lectures after lectures. And today I don't know how many hundreds of lectures are already up. And the best part is that these are free. Any child anywhere in the world can access these lectures, and they don't have to pay a rupee for it. In these times when most of the commercial companies are trying to make money out of this pandemic situation by selling education online, here is a group which worked tirelessly along with our teachers to produce classroom lectures. Again, these are preserved for posterity. And they made sure that our children are kept busy in their homes. They study every day. And even those children who did not have access to or could not afford these kind of gadgets like smartphones and internet connectivity, the trust provided them with smartphones and connection so that they all can study at their own homes. A lot of good work was done by this team, and also the backbone of this team is the IT team. Without them, this team cannot function. And that is another team which is doing a very thankless job. All the time they're working day in and day out to ensure all this infrastructure is kept up and is working. There is a small group of IT team also. I don't know whether they all are here. Probably we'll call them another day. That is also a wonderful team which is doing this great work. All I'm trying to say is that because we have such noble and able people here, they have golden heart to do good to the world. At the same time, they have very capable hands and very sharp heads. That's why they can pick up things so quickly and produce anything. Sometimes it amazes me, the pace at which they do things. Sometimes I gave them some task as late as 7:30 in the morning for a 9 o'clock or 9:30 lecture. And within 7:30 or 8 o'clock, to the time when I arrived to speak about Kathopanishad, the slides were ready, the content was ready, and everything was produced. It surprised me. I didn't expect that they will do all this, but they would do it, and they would do it so well. I'm personally very, very happy that they have become a very good team, and Suchetan is giving a very good leadership to them. Is he a good leader? Yes. So it means he scolds you often. A good leader must scold often, like me. No. He's a very loving boy, and he's very helpful. And see, somebody at that young age working in an IT firm in Hyderabad, and his young wife, both of them just dropped that profession and came here. And in those days, 5 years ago, what was here? Nothing. Even this hall was not there. We had a tent under which we were conducting all the programs. There was nothing over here. In those days, they reposed so much of faith in me, trusted us, came here, and all of you, one by one, you all have joined. This is a wonderful group which has grown in both in its size and magnitude, in its quality and goodness. I wish Sanatan Vani many for eternal years of service to mankind by spreading this message which is eternal. And in years to come now, since we have started the Vedavani channel, eventually Vedavani will turn into Vedanta Vani, and there will be many more, all the lectures of Upanishads will be put up on the radio as well as on our YouTube channel. They are already working, and they are going to release. Many devotees ask me, when are we going to get the Kathopanishad? And they are releasing Kathopanishad on 23rd November. On birthday, they are releasing the Kathopanishad series. Again, after editing and pruning it to suit the audience. So that is happening. After that, there are 1, 2, 3, and 7 more Upanishads are waiting in line. So they have a work for next 2 years and then more. Because I always say good work is rewarded by more good work. If you do good work, you will get more good work to do. And that is the reward. Otherwise, if you do a bad work, if you cook badly, who wants to come and eat again? But if you cook well, everybody will come again and again. So that is the work that you're doing. You're doing very good work. Keep doing it selflessly, with the only purpose that if this message, which is so very powerful, so very pure, so eternal, reaches the last person on earth and brings about some transformation in that person, then I think you have achieved what you have set out to achieve. Our blessings are there. I am sure our Narasimhamurti will concur with whatever I am saying. 100%. Yes, 100%. It's a wonderful work they're doing. A big round of applause from all the devotees and all people.